This is the Rushmore Show, where it's all about your top four and maybe a little bit more now. Hey, Andy, what's going on?
Not much, man. Just chilling in the studio.
So
Almost Christmas time. We're a couple days away from Christmas. We're what, 5 days out now? So that's
yeah. I mean, we're there. We got some people logging in. As you're logging in, say hello. So tonight, man, we're going a little later, and we I don't know how long the show is going to be. I don't, but let's get chatting. I got Tecmo Super Bowl on behind me because Andy, you are there you go. You are in the driver's seat to pull off the fantasy Super Bowl, right?
Listen. It just happens to work out. That flipper dude is facing the worst of worst injury things in the playoffs. I mean, all of his running backs are gone, and I, like a true professional, went and swooped up the best available running backs on the waiver wire just to prevent. I mean, if he's going to pick someone up, I mean, it's going to be. Let me just real quickly tell you the best available running back according to ESPN currently is Kendre Miller of the Saints.
What's up, Kenneth? Barry? What's up? Anybody else that's in the chat? We got 3 going. Lot of yeah, that's bad. So here's the deal. I lost out, man. I'm out. I have made it to the championship the first 2 years of this thing. This is the 3rd year, and I'm out. That flipper dude, I faced him. He was a divisional opponent. I won the division because I beat him actually pretty handedly the first game of the season.
Yeah. Listen.
And then I come in and Cooper Kupp laid a big goose
Don't
egg.
show up. The Kupp didn't show up.
Double zeros on the board, and then Patrick Mahomes got hurt in the 3rd quarter or 4th quarter, and then another guy of mine also went down with an injury, and I was like, okay, this is just not going to work out. This ain't going to work out. I needed a fortune from TJ Hawkinson on Monday night, and it didn't work out. So.
Yeah, that's just how it is, man. And listen, we say I'm in the driver's seat, but man, fantasy football can change in a half of a second. You know, we know that can happen.
Farhan is in the house. Farhan, welcome to your Christmas break. Little Timmy. Farhan, how many accounts you got, man? How many accounts you got? Like 7? But anyway,
you should sub to the channel from all 7. Is all I'm saying. If you
haven't
already.
This is no lie. I have some of the best students in the world, man, and these guys are they're loyal. I love them, and some of them are here. So Ayub was up in here earlier. Drippy Z, let's throw her up in here. Drippy Z, where she went? There she is. So the life of Drippy Z, go follow her. She's one of my students as well. Hello, and we subbed up to her. So yep, there's that. Barry. Yeah, that's an iPhone thing, by the way.
I'm not. Well, I'm on a Mac, so I guess it's the same.
So it's an Apple thing. Yeah. So Barry's throwing his down, but he's got 2 different lists. So coconut cream, lemon meringue, pecan.
No, it's not pecan.
I know it's not pecan. It's pecan. But you know what's funny is there are some people in this world that say pecan in our home state because we're all pecan, right? Mm-hmm. Most of us, 99.9999. And I even put this in one of our videos before. The reason it's really pecan and not pecan. There's a lot of people that say pecan pie, even though they say pecan everything else. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And key lime pie. That's not a jam for me.
It's an abrasive. That's an abrasive pie. I'm okay with it.
I'm going to glance over this quickly because I don't want to give away anything. So yeah. Yeah, Kevin. And they are wrong. So are you, Kevin, are you a pecan or a pecan? Got to be a pecan. Pecans are 2 things.
Listen, I know how Kevin talks. I've heard his voice before. I can't imagine his voice saying pecan. I mean, let's just be
But
real. Like
pecan is a
you can
porta
hear it in
potty,
people's accents.
or it's a porta potty, or
Yeah,
it's a can of peas, sweet peas, right? Pecans.
yeah,
There's two
that's a
different kind of pecans.
pecan. A pecan is has its place, right? Don't
Oh,
expand into this world.
look. Yoda even blessed us spelling pecan like peas, right? Pecan, right? No, it's pecan. 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 All right. Anyways, Yoda.
You can't
Look
say
who's
there's
in
the
the
thing like
house,
if somebody.
Sean. Happy Friday, Sean. When is are you live today? Tonight? Yesterday? You're off this Friday? When's your next live? We are. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you guys that are here, uh, starting in 2025. Which, gosh, that's weird to say. 2025, dude. We are quarter away through this century. I feel like it was just Y2K.
We're almost
Um,
on year 4
I'm
of the Rushmore Show. Isn't
Yeah,
that
yeah,
weird?
I'm old, man. It's all about that packing. Yeah, but
Never say that. Never say that.
listen, yeah, nah, don't for the rest of the year break time. I feel that. A la mode or not, I am not. Yoda.
That's
Um,
a yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I am a not a la mode. I see.
Listen, if ice cream's an option on the side of something or on it, it's always going to be a yes.
I mean, if ice cream is a
If
an
somebody says,
option,
yeah, if I go to someone's house and they're like, "Hey, do you want pie?" Yeah, I want pie. Do you want ice cream with it? Yeah,
is that a question? I mean, is there not enough room? Give me a bigger plate. What or what? What's happening?
just give me the
So
tub
yeah,
of
we got
ice cream.
7 in here. Hello. So what I was gonna say, 2025, guys, is not long away. It's we have tonight's episode. We have one more episode, and then it is our season opener for season 4, right? And video games is it, and we have a big set of people that are coming on. Every one of them are what I would consider uh in the gaming community world, and some of them are pretty prominent. And they're all coming on come January, February. And I make ice cream soup. That's a great soup. It's called a shake, and I love it. I'll drink it. So, what I would say is this: we are moving permanently to Thursday nights. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yes. Yes. Yes.
A big trumpet.
Yes. Yes. Oh, look. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you watched that short. By the way, we got a couple shorts coming out. There's a common trend going on. We figured, hey, we're the Rushmore Show. We rank things. Why don't we jump on some of these while they're pretty hot? Some of our favorite places to go is the makeshift. What's wait?
Makeshift
Why
podcast.
did I
Yeah,
lose?
makeshift.
What's the second part? Makeshift podcast, right? Yeah, and then Bread Basket, and there's several others that are kind of out there, and so we're trying to do some fun extra shorts, and so you'll be seeing that come the next few weeks. Some extra shorts just coming out and seeing how they do, and one, we're trying to get those abysmal watch hours up, and two, shorts are a good way of get traffic out there and welcome new people to our show. So, hey, but look, tonight we're ending food. Andy, ending food. Oh no, second end. We're
Yeah, I was gonna say we
trending.
got one more. We got one more.
We're trending to the end is what I meant, and
Yeah.
we got 2 more. And tonight we are, it's Christmas, and what's one of the best things to have at Christmas? Pie. Pie.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so our guest, which we'll just throw this out there, he is extremely busy. We kind of pushed it back, hoping he would get here, and his daughter is in a powerlifting meet, and hopefully she'll be able to make it. So, or he'll be able to make it after the meet, and so we're just going to start our show, and then when he gets here, hopefully he'll be not long in. we will we'll bring him on aboard. What's up, Imran? Hey, look, Imran, here it is. You ready? There you go. Imran and I have the old handshake, and Ayub, his brother. Kirk, Andy, Nickelodeon fans, you don't want to miss the video I dropped today. Well,
Okay, I'm gonna get on that when we're
okay,
done
so
here.
that's going to happen as soon as we get done with this. I did see maybe your last video of Nickelodeon. It was pretty good. I think it was you. So, hey, well, so we're going to have to get into this show and get this rolling. So, Andy, since we don't have a guest, well, we'll play the banner anyways. Let's introduce our guest here. Oh, they changed our stuff over here to the side.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
And I'm not sure. Oh, it must be under this one. Okay, so let's get it. Let's get this. Let's get this thing going with the Rushmore of pie. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't been here long, last week our buddy Paul was on, and we had a blast with sauce. Man, get your sauce. Your sauce. Get your sauce, dude. Yeah, go check that video out. He is the one that's sucking down sauce in the shorts. Thanks for being on, Paul. Thanks for always being a fan of ours, and thank you for just all the support. So, Andy, pie. When this first came up, Chris brought it up. So, by the way, our guest tonight is Chris Edwards. This will be his fourth time or fifth time on, and we haven't seen him in a while. But Chris, as Chris's daughter, is she's a strong individual. She's doing some powerlifting. She's into judo and all kinds of other stuff. And once he's done, hopefully he'll be able to come on over and jump on in. But we'll get started with what's going on before then. So. When I first thought of the topic pie, when he brought it up, he said, yeah, see you guys, Imran, Ayub, definitely. But when we first thought about it, it immediately came to my mind all sweet pie, right? Just sweet stuff, like, the normal hot fruit in, normal fruit in
Clint Nelson. Clint Nelson.
Right. Right. And then as I started to ponder, I was like, whoa, there are a lot of other pie out there that I like. So I'm kind of, I think I'm 50-50 sweet and savory. I think about 50-50. What do you feel on that?
So I agree that it could be both ways. My particular list only went 75-25 sweet to savory. But I do appreciate that. I mean, there are some fantastic savory pies out there, salty, whatever, that are not on the sweet end. But if it's almost like, if somebody says, like I said before, do you want some pie? I'm expecting in my head that it's sweet pie. Right. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking. Even if they're not saying, hey, do you want pumpkin? Do you want X, Y, Z, whatever it may be? If they say, hey, do you guys want to go get some pie, or do you want to go to the store and get a pie? I'm thinking sweet. So I guess it's just what we assume. But there are some really good ones out there that are not sweet pies. So I'm looking forward to this list. This month is the worst for my discipline.
Listen, Kev. Yeah. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Wait, hold on. Time out. Farhan, you got banned from our Discord? Because I'm the only one that runs that, and I didn't ban squat. So if you are in my Discord, I haven't even seen your name. So you might be in the wrong Discord. If you're talking about somebody else's Discord, that's unfortunate.
What came first, the sweet or the meat? Sorry. Go ahead.
My wife cooked a beef pot pie tonight using the Pillsbury pie crust.
All right, I'm here for it.
I am all here for that. I am definitely here for that. Crawfish pie at Touffet, and which came first?
The sweets or the meats?
How about the meat
honestly, it's probably a meat pie, if I had to guess.
Well, Farhan, I don't know why. I'll check it after the show, but I haven't even. Yeah, I don't know what you said or what you did because it sure wasn't me that did that. So I didn't even see you in there at all. So what's your handle over there? What's your username? So all right, let's get started. So Andy, so Rushmore of pie. And so here's
Yeah.
my criteria since we don't have our first person in our guest. Oh, I got okay. All right. Well, say hello in there because I'm in there right now. Um, and anyways, so my criteria, Andy, is it good? Would I want more of it? Uh, so it is a holiday. So originally I was thinking, all right, so Thanksgiving, Christmas, when you're at the holiday party, is this something that I'm kind of getting after the big meal, right? But then when the savories came down, I was like, okay, I'm changing plans. So what I did is I ranked all the sweet and all the savory that I had on my list. And then for the first one, I was like, okay, out of these top like 5 or 6, which ones do I love the most? And then I boom. And then I ranked them that way. And so my first one coming out of the gate is a pie that is dear to my heart. It's my first sweet pie out of the gate. Um, it's one that my wife makes personally, and so my wife makes a lot of really cool stuff. Like she just made some bread pudding, white chocolate bread pudding. That's one of her favorite things to make for like parties and things. But she made it, and I brought it all to this bunch of teachers and stuff at school. Um, but one of the things that she loves to make is chocolate cream pie. And
Right.
I am over the moon for this stuff. Like she used the graham cracker crust, and she's used an Oreo crust before, but it's almost just like, I mean, literally, it's really just like chocolate pudding mixed with whipped cream. Just I don't know exactly how she cooks it or what she does to make it, but I mean, I can eat the whole dish, the whole pie pan. It's one of my favorites. It's one of those ones that's kind of just like heaping in large of whipped cream, kind of just like over on the top. When you cut into that bad boy, it's like thick, 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 right? It's not just like a regular pie where it's only like a little bit and there's some crust. This thing is like crust and then boom, it is huge. Chocolate is overrated. I agree. I especially don't like chocolate on chocolate things. So I would rather the graham cracker crust than the Oreo. Um, although I like Oreo too. I would agree, but it's one of my favorite things that you make. So I'm going chocolate cream pie for my rose.
All right. All right. That is a great way to start this one. I'm trying to think. So you said Brittany makes that. I don't know if I've ever. I feel like maybe we have. We've had that.
I mean, she makes it at holidays. She's only made it a few times since we moved here. Like it's one of these newer things that she's making, and I'm trying to see if I can pull up a picture of this. What I'm talking about, and everything that I pull up is more so like yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like this.
Oh yeah. All right. Hold on. Let's see. Let's put you there. See, if I've got the whipped cream with the chocolate, I'm good with it because I'm kind of like with you with that. If it's chocolate on chocolate on chocolate, I feel like I'm drowning and I can't breathe. Um, but when you have that to kind of offset it some, I love that pick. I love that. I wish I had some right now. Zach, the
What's
frugal
up, Zach?
gardener.
What's up, Zach, bro? I just got banned from this again. Again?
I don't know what's happening because I
I don't
don't
know
even
what's happening. We'll figure that out later. So okay, chocolate's overrated, berry. Nice and chilled. Absolutely. This is one of those pies. But that's another thing. Some pies are cold, some pies are hot. This is one that it fairly stays cold. Good pick, Kirk. Yeah, I appreciate that. And Zach is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. The frugal gardener side um of things. He's got two channels. Everybody out there, go follow Zach, the frugal gardener. That's his smaller channel, which is still larger than ours. And then he's got the sports card collector one. No, not from the server. It was from the Discord. Oh, the founder. Well, I can't help you for that, dude. You you can't help. So I'm sorry. So yeah. Where are you going first out the gate?
All right, so real quick, just a couple things that I want to share thought wise. We have time because of how tonight's working
I
out.
wish you
had more time. Somebody name that movie in the comments.
You name that movie, you get a free
one more wish. I wish you had more time. I love that. I love that. Anyway, I do want to just real quick before I get into my list, I want to give a quick shout out. They're not in the chat right now, but this past week I joined in on I'm part of the Whatnot group community.
I saw the sticker.
I'm there, and I went to Vintage Sport Flips, our friends over there, to their Whatnot, and I was just hanging out with no intention to purchase anything. And you know what? I want to support their stuff too. So he was showing off pennants, and he was doing what name your teams or whatever, and I'll show you what I got. Let me just show off a couple of them. So I got an Angels pennant right here, just kind of a more modern Angels look one. I like that there. So I got that. Hey, just real quick, he said it. Man on fire, Paul. You got it. You got it exactly right. That's one of my favorite scenes. It's one of my favorite Denzel movies. All right, so I got that.
Hey, flip it over to me real quick.
Oh.
Since we're talking about cool people, there he is.
Hey, look at the glasses too.
There he is. Real life perspective. That's my buddy. That's our buddy Sean, man. Go check him out too.
Yeah. So
is that the magnet?
No, those are just stickers that I have.
So he sent me a magnet.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like it looks like that, but I believe it's a magnet, if I remember.
Yeah. So anyway, I got the Angels one. Then I went a little throwback here. Got the Cali Angels. Check that one out.
I like it.
That's a cool look right there. And had to do this one too. You got Retro Bowl playing back there. I've got the Saints.
I jump in.
Which look right here. I don't know if you could tell. That gold it's like sparkly.
Huh?
You can't really see on my screen there, but yeah. So I purchased a couple of those from our friends over there.
I jumped in on that Whatnot. Well, I jumped in on his YouTube just to kind of chit chat with him to say hello. He was running a Whatnot stream. Yeah. I've never been to his Whatnot. When you said you went, I went and just followed him just because I was like, oh, let me go get that done. And I'm ditching the 3D glass at 25. They are officially damaging my eyesight. Well, look, my eyesight is awful. I actually got glasses for the first time in 20 years, Sean. I used to have glasses and I had surgery. I got glasses for the first time in 24 years. And the glasses that I got, the spot where I'm supposed to focus is off. So they're like giving me a headache. So I have to get new ones again. But I jumped into the pennant stream, and I was like, "Hey, what you got for Yankees, LSU, Saints, Chiefs?" And he went and he got a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "Here, I got this." I said, "Well," he gave me the price. I was like, "Cool." I had a $15 credit that I've been holding on to from Whatnot, and I just threw it down. And I also got that Saints pennant.
Nice.
But I got because he had two of them. And then I got a New York versus New York year 2000 Subway Series.
Yeah.
So those should be on the way also. Hey, nice. Man, so you're ditching the glasses. So, man, these might be worth something one day. I got to actually keep these.
I get an autograph on those things. Got to mail them back.
I need an auto. That's going to happen when we have our meetup. We're going to have a meetup with all the guests, and we're just going to have this big party. Yeah, whatever.
Yes, let's do that.
It would be
And we'll
cool.
bring pie, and we'll bring small sliders and what else? Canes? I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be tons of fun.
Kiss poster coming down and replaced
Yeah,
by
so he said that. So actually, I was going to say this, Barry. Starting in the new year, another thing is I'm working on my setup back here. I'm going
presentation.
to be a little bit different. And my plan is to, based on what kind of month we're in, to have some decor that is at least something in there that is reflecting that too. So, what do you say? I'll take photos with him. But yeah, I have noticed he's been taking them off on his streams. He starts off with them, and then pretty quickly they're gone.
Maybe that's not why I haven't seen him. I flipped through and I'm like, I don't see Sean, so I just keep moving.
All right, let's get to my pick now and my criteria. Now I'm kind of in a pickle here because when you said pie, I thought that it was the third definition that Google gives, that is a former monetary unit of India and Pakistan equal to 1/12 of an anna. So I picked my top 4 of those pies. So I'm gonna have to go on a whim here. Actually, I had no idea.
Oh, I almost put pie as in 3.1470.
Yeah. So then I also thought, I was like, let me just be weird tonight and
For the life of pie.
put all of these different types of pies that aren't real pie out, like so humble pie, high apple pie, even though that is a pie, but it's the lyric. Thought pie,
American pie.
I thought the Pied Piper. I thought that.
Bye, Miss American Pie.
Yeah, there's a lot of different pies I could do, but instead of doing that,
or the movie American Pie.
Yeah. There's a lot of different things I could have done there.
Don't eat that apple pie.
Yeah, please don't. That has got some extra seasoning that nobody wants. So what did Zach say? My favorite pie of all time was strawberry pie. Shoney's and Captain D's. There you go. Yeah. So,
dude, I thought you were just about to bust out and speaking in tongues just now. I don't know what you were about to do.
Who?
You.
Me?
When you were reading that.
Oh yeah. Well, Shoney's will do that, man. Shoney's back in the day breakfast buffet was where it was at. If you were looking for it was there.
Mincemeat was in several of the lists.
No one will say mincemeat.
No,
this isn't the Great Depression. It's not the Great Depression. The Great Depression anymore. We don't need that stuff. Anyway,
spam pie. You need a spam pie.
You guys want potted meat pie? Anyway, let's continue. Stop spamming cows. Nightbot's sticking up for the
Nightbot.
chat.
Be nice.
Be nice, Nightbot.
Mr. B, if you don't see Breland, then that means that he moved to Dallas. So that would stink because I really will miss Breland. But hey, so what's your next one? Go ahead.
All right. So criteria, though, in all seriousness, was that it was just pies that I like. I mean, there's nostalgia tied into some of it. There is just I don't know how to, how else to say when it comes to food months. I like them. Mine is pecan, not L-E. I don't know if he didn't finish talking there, but maybe that. All right. So for my rosy, and I did say before, you can go sweet, you can go savory. I did one savory, the rest of them are sweet. But I mean, listen, I can go either way with those ones. But for tonight's list, I went I'm going to have some mostly sweet pies tonight, so for my rosy, I'm going to start off with one that might be a little. Oh, this is also what I wanted to say. Actually, this is why I brought up a definition. I think it's important to define pie because pie can be tricky because there's some things that pie's in the name and you're like, how's that a pie? But, it is what it is. The official definition, according to Google, the first thing that comes up, that's official, right? It says a baked dish of fruit or meat and vegetables, typically, now that's a key, typically with a top and a base of pastry. Now, typically there's a top and a base of pastry, and then there is
an atypical type.
Exactly, and that's my point. Typical leaves up room for interpretation and change and all that kind of stuff. So to me, you can go all kinds of different ways. It's kind of hard to complain about what's a pie and what's not a pie. But my first one may be the one that's like, oh, is it? But hey, pie is in the name, so I'm going to count it. And this is a pure nostalgia pick. This is a pure experiential pick because there's only a time and a place that I want this pie, that I really crave this pie. And it's typically here locally anywhere between January and the beginning of March. And I think you know where I'm going with this one. Give me that good old throw, a moon pie. Moon pie is going to make my Rosie. It's my number 4. Now, I think it's kind of a national thing now anyway, so people should have an idea. They sell in the grocery stores now, and that's great. That's fine and dandy. But there's something experientially excellent about catching this in a parade. Some of it may be crushed, right, because it got ran over or it's just somebody held it or whatever. But when it comes to the moon pie, the best moon pie there is the banana moon pie. It's hands down. It's the one I want. Now, I'll eat the chocolate. I'll eat the plain, vanilla one or whatever. But if you give me that banana moon pie. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but in stores now, again, Walmart, you can buy moon pies, moon pie brand moon pies in the boxes. They have one called, and I kind of want to try it. It's called Once in a Blue Moon, and it is like a blueberry moon pie, and it's blue, so which sounds good. I mean, it may be good, but anyway, banana moon pie, it's fantastic.
So here's a fun fact. Okay, so these were originally made. They were crushed moon pie is the best moon pie. Just dump it in your mouth, not unlike some. Yes. So the exact origin of the moon pie is unknown, but many people think it started in the Chattanooga bakery in about 1970. It was there is also another post that says it was invented in Wales by a shepherd called Dia Inawal in the 1400s, which that's
he made shepherd's pie. You can't take claim of both.
Two vastly different spaces. So that must be shepherd's pie. I don't know where you're coming out with that, buddy. But it sounds like it just started in Chattanooga, and it's usually graham cracker covered in like chocolate, and then there's like a marshmallow middle, right?
It's not real chocolate. It's like that Palmer chocolate, like that leaves Little Debbie leaves the film.
Right. Or like, it's kind of like a Christmas tree cake, or
yeah.
But you can get the white one, you get the banana, you can get several, and I'm here for it, man. Banana's my favorite.
You brought that up though. If a moon pie is considered a pie, which I totally do, obviously I put it on my list. I believe it's a pie, and I think that the fact that what makes it a pie is the fact that there's the two there's the bottom and then there's the top, right, of pastry, cookie, whatever, and the filling is that marshmallow, right? What makes the Little Debbie's Christmas tree cake not a pie?
Because it's cake.
But it's pastry. A cake is pastry.
It's not. It's cake.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just
layers of cake with stuff. Anyways, but
typically,
it's an atypical pie. And honestly, most of the Little Debbie cakes, there are pies, tons of them.
Yeah, there we go. Double decker.
I love a good moon pie. This is 100% on my Benjamins. And I did not have it on my Benjamins until Chris mentioned it earlier today. And I was like, dang it, I forgot that one. So
cakes are a pie. I know. I don't believe that it is a pie. I'm just saying let's think through the process of why we're just putting it off right away. Right? Yeah.
How about this?
By the definition
of RC Cola.
Now, I'm never going to crave an RC Cola. I don't ever crave RC Colas.
You're old if you're craving RC Cola.
Now I did go because Barry Berry. Yeah.
Look at this.
I did go on Barry's live. I did go on Berry's live, and we were talking about. I don't know how it came up, but I mentioned how grape is my favorite flavor, or one of it's like up there with like the candies and the different things like that and all that stuff. And he asked. Anyway, we brought up Delaware Punch, so that's another old person soda right there. Paul says
Delaware
all moon
punch.
pies are pastries, but not all pastries are moon pies. Okay. And that's a solid case. It's like the square and rectangle thing, right? It's that whole deal. So I agree. I'm cool with it. I wanted to elaborate upon that scientific fact. Y'all don't know that when you watch the Rushmore Show, you're getting a well-rounded education. We're all about the sciences here.
Let's enlighten the eights of hundreds of eights people out there. There is in our hometown, Slidell, Louisiana. So during Mardi Gras, there is parades. Many people don't understand this. Many people think Mardi Gras is a day, and it's a season.
It's a season, yeah.
And it starts mid-ish January, depending on when Easter is, how early that rolls. And then like every weekend for, I don't know, like 10, 11, 12 weekends, there's parades. In our hometown, Slidell, it's one of the local towns next to New Orleans that has parades that aren't in the city. And if I'm being honest, I believe that we have the best parades that aren't in the city compared to everybody else in the local area. Just my opinion. And one of them in our what we call the old town, right? Which is it's probably 100 years ago. That's where Slidell started, I guess. But it's all bars now, and it's all like bars, and it's the city hall and this rat motel that you don't want to go to, and a bank that's never open, and a barber or two, and then a couple other things. They run what's called the Moon Pie Parade.
Yeah, they do.
Herron, it's actually Mona Lisa, but it goes by the Moon Pie Parade, and it is quite the eccentric parade to go to. And all they do is throw moon pies. Well, it's all they're supposed to do, but many of them throw other things or give out other stuff. Yeah. And I'm here for it. I that's one of those traditions that I haven't caught in a long time. But speaking of Andy, Carson, Cannon, and I are going to be in Saline this year.
Oh, really?
Yep. So my niece.
Wait, you can be in Saline? Isn't that the whole?
My niece was voted queen.
Oh,
so my niece is going to be the queen of Saline, and my son and my daughter are riding with her, and they have to have adults that ride, and so there's a few men that ride, and they're all like
on those first couple floats, the royalty.
Yeah, so I'll be on those first couple
ones that you don't catch anything from.
You'll catch from me.
Yeah, I was gonna say this will be our first time catching from a royalty float.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be out there Saline night.
Hey, Crew of Mona Lisa, 1984. It's the oldest parade in Slidell, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, just looked that up.
Nice. Okay, well, moon pie. Oh, that's off my bennies. Off my bennies. All right, well, look, I'm gonna jump in and interception Notre Dame. This is gonna get ugly. Oh, this is a recap. I thought it's halftime.
Wrong one.
I'm gonna jump into my next one. This is gonna be my my first my first savory.
Okay. All right.
Wait, let me make sure. My list, because I going back and double checking, because I've done it before and said the wrong one and then had to change my list on the fly.
It changes so much.
What's that?
It said it changes so much about your list if you mess up the order.
Oh yeah. This is my number 3. My number 3 is my first savory, and this was also mentioned today several times in our little chat, and hopefully Chris can get on soon. But I'm going with my favorite soup and a pastry, if you will. I'm going with the good old fashioned chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, chicken pot pie is one of my favorite foods. I love it. I especially love to get like a Marie Callender's or one of those smaller ones where it's just like a personal pan pie, and throw that in there for
scrape that ramekin. Scrape that ramekin.
Let me tell you something. Whatever that gravy mixed with that pastry, that line of
come on,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
I need that more often in my life. Just that.
Bottle that.
I don't know what that is, but I need that. And I love the chicken, the gravy, and it usually has peas and carrots or something like that. But I'm here for it. Chicken pot pie. If you go to a good restaurant, like a good Southern restaurant, this is one of their high-end things because they'll make it like from scratch with some feathery, like light pastry, and yeah, there you go, that crust though, and it is phenomenal. But yeah, I'm going chicken pot pie for my number 3 on the list.
I love this pick. It's a Benjamin of mine just because it's so good. I don't feel like I have it as often as I would like to. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those those comfort dishes too when it comes to when it's cold and you can have that too. Like I'm not a soup guy, but if you put soup inside of a pie, then give it to me. You know what I mean? I love that.
So yeah, I mean it's kind of like chicken and dumplings, all
Yeah,
those things I
yeah.
love. And
It's very,
if I'm being honest, almost every pasta, my favorite thing is the bread. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like when I'm dipping into the sauce. We talked about sauce last week. When I'm dipping in, yeah,
hey,
scraping that
put this
crust off
down.
the
Put this down on your list.
sometimes I'm just like this, like I'm on the aluminum. Just
If
right
you get
on
some
it.
aluminum, I mean, it's going to strengthen your system. Maybe it is what it is. Mark this down as a potential topic next year when we talk food. Perfect bites of food. And I'm not saying like the whole thing's a perfect meal. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily mean like the whole thing is like your favorite thing to eat, but it's that bite of food. You know what I mean?
So we've talked about this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you're a middle brownie or a corner brownie guy, it's that.
Yeah, it's
right?
that. It's the
the edge of the macaroni and cheese.
See, to me, it's that first sip of like a cold liquid in the morning when you feel it the whole way down. You never get that the rest of the day. You won't get it the rest of the day.
Well, my favorite is that first pull off of the fountain drink. The very first one.
Immediately a hiccup is happening.
Yeah. Oh, look, another one of my students, Libby, is in the house. Welcome. We're chatting pie.
Yeah.
So
I also like this is kind of similar. Like if you buy now, I know this is a topic for next year, whatever. But if you get that like a big muffin, like let's say a blueberry muffin or something, and it's like pillowing over, you take that like ring around the outside of it, like just that edge. It's like the corner piece of a muffin. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like that.
I've mentioned this. I'm not a huge ricotta fan, so I usually for lasagna, my wife usually buys Stouffer's.
Oh, I know where you're going.
The all meats, right? And that
Nightbot. They're just very happy.
Oh yeah.
Nightbot doesn't like all caps. You just can't.
Nightbot doesn't like all caps, so don't write in all caps. But you're fine. But it grabs that little piece of cheese, and if you pull it, it will come off like a string all the way around. And that thing is like a great cheese stick. Oh, it's so amazing.
To your point about lasagna too, like that corner piece, that it's not only burnt, but the pasta has somehow gotten to the now uncooked thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, the cat out. Yeah. But you know, in lasagna, how you'll get that noodle that like has been so cooked that it's now uncooked again, like it's gone back raw. It's like that crispy. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I was wondering if it was a typo. I didn't know if like you're saying that they put cat in the product. But either way,
nothing gets past us with Barry because he always so sarcastic. I thought he really meant that.
Yeah.
Like some Asian thing or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a great pick.
I like the fat from the pork and beans. Yes, for sure. Yeah. That's a good topic. Hey, Barry, that could be your topic.
You got a year, man, to get your face.
A year to work on.
We got to get your face on YouTube. We got half of your face in your profile picture.
He's like this.
We're getting there. It's like a shadow. I don't even
like this.
It's that. We'll get you there. Look, even if we've got to put up a witness protection, voice.
Dude, that would be so awesome. To have him like just talking like a silhouette.
Oh, he sound like Bane. Whoa, what man?
More flavor it is. The pork and beans.
The fat from pork and beans. Barry, we love you, man. We want to have you on for sure.
I was in the kitchen cleaning a dish.
All right. It's the man. These comments are coming firing tonight, man. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. That's so it's the Asian version of pork and beans. Okay, let's before we get too politically incorrect. Although I love it, I love being politically incorrect.
Do some commercials.
No, I'm still on mine. I didn't give you my. I didn't give you my. Yeah, I didn't give you my TJ. My TJ Jazzy Jeff is going to be my only, I guess, in the traditional sense of a pie that I'm mentioning tonight on my top 4. So if you're going to give me one pie that there's no debate if it is.
I have a feeling that it's
not
another Benjamin of mine.
Yeah, it may be. We've talked about this before, but if you know me, this is one of my favorite flavors out there. My TJ Jazzy Jeff.
ESL.
It has got to be a ice cold slice of lemon meringue pie. Lemon meringue pie. Now, ice cold. I want it cold. There's something about that meringue. It's not whipped cream, right? It's kind of its own layer of whatever meringue.
It's like a mustard. I mean, it's not like a mustard. It's like a custard.
It's like a marshmallow, but like really light.
It's like you guys and then it's kind of like burnt. It's like creme brulee.
Yeah. So that, and then you get into the lemon curd underneath it that's cold, and that thin layer of man, it is so refreshing. I love lemon flavor things, like any of that stuff, right? So lemon meringue pie is going to be definitely on my list. It had to be up there when I want pie, especially because like I think about in the South, like we would have crawfish boils, and like you've got all that hot and spice and just all these seasonings and salt and all of this stuff that's happening. But there's something about when you're done with all of that, we would have a cold slice of lemon meringue pie that would be almost like a palate cleanser. But this is my favorite of all those pies. I'm going lemon meringue pie for my TJ Jazzy Jeff. And now I know, Kirk, you are a fan of this too.
I'm mad. I'm really mad. And one reason is because this is my number 5, and I almost bumped it up. But it's number 5. This is a Benjamin. Let me tell you why. Why it would even be on my list. I wanted it in my top 4. I love it, but yeah, just measuring things up. This was my dad's favorite. My dad would get this quite a bit. Very nostalgic. And what one of the things I love about this, because I love lemon, and I've told this story before, but lemon is it's high on my list. I mean, I like lemonade. I like Sprite and Mountain Dew, 7-Up. I like I love.
Oh, another perfect bite, really quick, and it's not a bite, but that you said it. First sip of soda, first sip of Sprite from McDonald's.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you feel like you opened up a new dimension. Anyway,
so lemon bars, lemon cookies. I love lemon, right? But what I love about lemon meringue, the lemon is just tangy and tart, and it's about like this, and then that whatever that is on top is like this much higher.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I was in heaven. My dad loved this stuff. It was on my list. One reason, and you said it about chicken pot pie. One of the reasons I don't have this really on my list. Now, I don't know that I've ever had blueberry cream pie. I've had blueberry pie.
I've never had rhubarb pie.
Now, I will say this. I'll come back to rhubarb.
Lemon.
You said it about chicken pot pie. one of the reasons you didn't have chicken pot pie on your list because you feel like you don't have it enough. Lemon meringue pie is kind of like a delicacy I only have once in a decade. Now I feel like I don't ever have it. One reason is my my family doesn't like lemon. Like they'll drink lemonade, and I told the story. One of the first things that I ever did was cook dinner for my wife, and I made lemon bars, and she was like, "Why would you make me that? That's disgusting."
Some people have like a weird like thing with lemon, like they think cleaning products is lemon.
Yeah.
I
So
I love it.
it's kind of like the mint thing, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to eat my toothpaste. Well, yeah, it's not. Anyways,
it's not the
rhubarb.
same.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. Rhubarb.
Yeah,
I
like
never even knew what that tastes like. Didn't have any idea what it looked like. And then the Dream Center, and you know this at the Dream Center. The Dream Center we have when we have our missions, we would have older food. Like the food would be, and you guys had really older food. Um, so what would
too
happen
old.
is
It was a little too old.
we would go to Trader Joe's. And Trader Joe's would give us the stuff that's about to go bad, like
Yeah.
in a week,
Yeah.
and we would try and use it before the week was up. Give it out. Go share it with anybody that could eat it. And then when our mission teams came in, whatever, and Trader Joe's has this strawberry or raspberry rhubarb pies that they would give us, and I tried it one time, and it is fantastic.
Yeah, I
Problem
just think
is,
it's always paired from what I see with strawberry or with something like that. So
well, the problem with it, and this is kind of where it threw me off. I just mentioned it. It's older food. Every time we got it, if you didn't eat it like that day, tomorrow it is covered in mold. And so we've had to throw away so much.
yeah, I
Just
thought
to see if
Barry was
Nightbot is
typing in.
alive.
I thought he was typing in tongues just now, and then I read it.
I don't even
Test
know
to
what.
see if Nightbot is watching. Nightbot, get
Let
on
me
your
let me let me
game.
let me just mention Nightbot. So Nightbot is from real life perspective. He does Nightbot, and I've been trying to mess with it to get some stuff, but I haven't messed with it in months, and I don't know why it keeps showing up now.
It's okay,
Months.
Nightbot.
I
We
was
love
trying to
that.
get it to where
Nightbot,
you
we love
type
that you're
like
here.
like Sean. If you go to Sean's flip page and you type in your page, it will send your link or whatever, or write link and it would send your link. I've been trying to mess with it. Yeah, Nightbot must be sleeping. I don't know. So, by the way, our guest just messaged us about 2 or 3 minutes ago, and he said he'll be on in less than 10.
So maybe
So
we can get through our commercials and maybe he'll pop in.
maybe
After
he'll
that.
be jumping on. And hopefully she won. Maybe I don't know. So, yeah, I love that. But yeah, I would never eat rhubarb too much because I've had it a couple times, but because it was older and it's very sweet, it's got lots of sugar, it would mold up much faster than the other food. So I hardly ever ate it. There it is. Oh, that's 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 Paul. Fighter of the caps lock. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Must be sleeping. So, let's do. Will Nightbot correct the Rushmore show? Ooh, interesting.
Will you fight
So,
alone? I
so
think
hey
it's
guys,
because it's spammed. I think because the previous people did 2 comments back to back. It was spamming and caps. But I
smash
don't
that
know. I don't
thumbs up.
know.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Sean's the one that got me on that Nightbot. I've been trying to get it for us, but yeah, smash that thumbs up. I love that idea. So let's do some commercials. Andy, been talking with our friends over at Louisiana RetroCon, and I usually play the video. I'm not going to play the video today. I'm just going to show you a couple things. Here is the Louisiana RetroCon flyer. Bang, 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 bang. There it is. February 1st and 2nd. It is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog themed. He just announced today another voice from Sonic, the video game, which is Knuckles. And this is going to be a blast. We're going to be preaching. We're going to be having a good time here. If you want, and look, I'll leave it up there right there. Look, you can actually scan that QR code, get some information. Maybe still, if you want to do it. And we're done. But that isn't the only thing we're going to be a part of. The weekend before, we're going to be at Peloton, and Andy, I do believe that because this is only a 1-day thing. I do believe this is the week before. I might try and drive up just for the 1 day and drive back. Since it is a 1 day, I can drive back on Sunday. Peloton, and Andy will be preaching there at Peloton Saturday night. It's going to be awesome. Going to have some cool guests. And then listen, I want, if you guys out there that are praying people, I want you to pray for this. So this year we got to meet this guy here. So this guy is Scott Enos, and he is the he actually voices all of these cartoon characters from Cartoon Network, Scooby, Shaggy. He is putting on what they're calling Cajun Con. And Andy, I mean, the guests are just rolling in. So look, he's got like 10 wrestlers. He's got Ron Simmons, Mick Foley. He's got
I don't even understand how he's going to do all this stuff. I mean, I'm trying to wrap my mind around it.
It's a big place. Well, yeah. Anyways, Jake the Snake Roberts. He's got like 10 wrestlers. And then he's got like 4 people from the cast of Willy Wonka, the original Charlie, Veruca Salt, the original the kiddo that goes into the TV with the chocolate. I can't remember his name. Mikey. No, I don't know. I don't remember his name. Not Augustus, but the other boy. He's got those guys, and he's got horror guys, the guys that played in Friday the 13th, people that played in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, some other stuff. Then he's got also most of the cast from he's got most of the cast from the Charlie and Chocolate Factory, but he's got most of the cast from another show, and he's also got Lou Ferrigno. He's got the guy that played Flash Gordon from the 70s. He has a plethora of people coming, and we potentially might have a table there. He is estimating 50,000 people to be at this convention. This would be huge for us, networking and getting out there. But the prayer is not only that we get in the building, that we can possibly talk them into letting us preach at that. And if that happens, that's awesome. Yeah, not Caesar.
Yeah. Caesar. It's a great song.
Caesar. Yeah, don't stop. But yeah, Willy Wonka.
Everyone's got it in that song.
I'm sure there's going to be musicians there too. There's so many people there. It is coming like crazy. He told us there's going to be about 65 to 80 actual guests, and it's going to be at the Lamar Dixon also, which is the same place that Louisiana RetroCon's at, the Lamar Dixon. But it's going to be in December of next year, so we're 1 year away. He has invited us. He told us to connect with him in the summer. So hopefully he invites us, and then hopefully we can get on there. So no offense to the actress, but the 90s alternative band is greater than ever.
Even if we don't have a table, we're going there and handing stuff out. I'm going to go.
Yeah. I'm going to be there. I'm going to 100% be there, and see what we can do. Yeah, it's the early December. So yeah. Anyways, I think we'll get in. I think we'll get in the door. But hey, so let's talk about our friends. So Culture Box. These are our guys. Wait, they are right now. Cellcast is live. I was just talking to him. Retro Rewind podcast is moving over to a new system. He's launching a video. He's launching a board game. We've got another guy that we're welcoming on. I think the Monsters Vault, which we'll have to get some information for him once they actually approve it. I think, but even if he doesn't get approved or whatever, we love Nate. And a whole bunch of other people. So it's just a great group of Christian creators. So let's shout out somebody today, Andy, and then let's tell everybody about our favorite coffee.
Yeah, let's talk about our good friends over at Geek Devotionals. Check it out. Geek Devotions is a collaboration of devoted geeks that are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. They produce a weekly geek culture infused devotional, their podcast content, and written articles, all designed to encourage and challenge people in the geek community, bridging the gap between their faith and their geekdoms. Find all their content at geekdevotions.com. Go check them out, Dallas and Celeste. They're great people. We love them so much. And
I love them so much. They, if you guys are praying, folks, be praying for them. They're going through a little grief right now. Lesty's, which is his wife, Celeste, her grandma passed away, and they're going through a funeral.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. Hey, so let's talk about coffee.
Let's talk about coffee. Hey, check out this commercial for the official coffee of the Rushmore Show.
Let's face it, at-home coffee can be pretty stale. Coffee at home doesn't have to be boring. The Village Coffee is here to deliver the flavor. The Village Coffee roasts coffee every week and sells online. Go to villagebeans.com to order your coffee today and use discount code Rushmore for free shipping.
Yes, you go check them out. Go to villagebeans.com. They got so many different things up there. And like you heard, you can use discount code Rushmore. That's right. We're a discount code type of channel now. And you can get
it's funny, like there in the beginning when you got to upload things, they'd ask, are you guys paid? Do you have any paid commercials yet? And I'm like, not yet, but we do have a commercial. Yeah, but here's this. Let me just drop this little dime, and then we'll get out of here because I think Chris will be coming shortly. January 2nd is our next show. It's Thursday, right? We're gonna have our guy Bryce J. Dub, big guy in the gaming world. He's very open about his disability, and he plays live streams. Great guy. He's on a Christian pod. He's a Christian that's hanging out in church, volunteering. He supported your mission trip, and he's been getting a little bit of grief. So look, we support you, Bryce. Come check us out, and look, whatever you're going through, we're gonna help you. He's on January 2nd. He's going to talk about top 4 Game Boy games, bro. I'm ready for that. Then we have the next week. It's kind of open still, but Pickin' Preacher, who's our guy, man, he knows the word back and forth. He's a street preacher, but he's going through some things. If you're a praying person, pray for him. And go check his channel out. He talks about all the things you need to pray for him. His house has been infested by yellow jackets, and they're trying to move. Just crazy. We don't have a topic with him yet because we're not sure that he's going to take that spot. It's the one open spot left. January 16th, newly retired from YouTube, Retro Rob is coming to hang out with us. And he's in 1 year span, he's done triple what we've done on our channel, which is crazy. He's coming to join us. He already retired it. He's going on to do things, but he's going to hang out with us one night only. It's one of those, dude. This is one of those. You got to have the.
Let's get Bay Bucks. We pulled Brady out, and
we pulled him out. We pulled him out for one night only. One night only.
Yeah.
And then on the January 23rd, we got 2 of our Christian buddies. Listen, Poetic Christian Gamer. I just met this guy on Twitch. He was one of our first Twitch followers down in the comments. And as well as my guy Jag, he's a pastor down in Florida. Both those guys are going to come on, and we're going to top. Look, here's a good one. The top 4 things that video games do that you wish you could do. So vicariously living through video games. It's going to be an interesting topic. We're going to talk like, I guess, get extra lives or something like that. So we'll have to think through that one a little bit. Manny's Arcade and Saturn Steve. Now, these guys are going to come on, and we're doing Sega Genesis games. Top 4 Sega Genesis games. Manny's Arcade, Saturn Steve. All these guys are creators. Go check them out. They're all creators. They all got YouTubes. Most of them got Instagrams. Go follow them right now.
One of the things that I really love that we're not doing is that we're not doing RPGs again. So it's going to be a pretty clean 2 months.
So, February 6th, Iowa Retro Gaming Dad, a part of the newly shut down Super Retro Force, which is unfortunate. I don't know if you saw that, Andy.
Yeah.
Super Retro Forces No More. We love all those guys over there. We've had tons of them on the show, including Iowa. He did villains last year. He is unselected on his topic yet, but he's coming February 6th. Then we got one of my faves, dude. One of my favorite channels of all time. Like, talk about the skill of editing and whatever. Mort's Garage.
Yeah.
Mort's Garage. Man, he's a counselor. He's a collector. Go check out Mort's Garage. The editing on this channel is next to none. Like, it's so good. He's going to talk about the most overrated games of all time, and I believe he's going to narrow it down into the Nintendo 64 realm. So I think it's going to be the most overrated Nintendo 64 games of all time. Because if you know Mort is on the hunt to collect the whole Nintendo 64 collection in box, fully done with instruction manuals and all.
He's going to pay a pretty penny if he doesn't already have Clay Fighter.
And all he needs is the Clay Fighter instruction manual. That's it. He's got everything else. He's got the box. He's got the game. And what he's doing is his series is about raising money to get that like $4,000 instruction booklet.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And he all he needs is that one booklet. And then the last two, February 20th, we have Pac-Man Case, who's been on our show before, and Retro Wolf, who's live right now. They're both collectors. They're both video game guys. They're both awesome folks. They're both streamers. They are both resellers. They're coming on. They have not picked a topic yet. And I literally was just talking to him when I was live. He hadn't picked a topic yet. And then last but not least, RNG Gamer, another streamer, one of my favorites streamers, and Retro Card Collector, who was on our show last year, the Canadian. They're coming on to do the top 4 hardest games of all time.
Yeah. I got some ideas for that one.
Yeah. So top 4 hardest games of all time. So what I was mentioning to him in this, we could do the top 4 hardest games of all time. So just literally trying to rank the hardest games of all time. You know, we kind of know the Disney side, that kind of thing. Or we can just rank our favorite games that were the hardest. You see what I'm saying? So because if you rank the hardest games of all time, we're all going to have similar lists. Because there's some really impossible games out there.
Anything from 1992 to 1995 from the Disney franchise is going to be there. Yeah.
So anyway,
that's a great lineup.
That's our list for the months of January, February. I'm so pumped. Yeah, Battletoads is definitely there. I've had Battletoads since it launched day one, and I've never beaten.
Yeah, that's good.
But I ran off 6 people, so that's awesome. So hey, Chris should be here soon. Let's jump in.
Yeah.
Let's jump in and go with the next pie, right?
Yeah.
So this is Link, a link to the past. Look, speaking of Link, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom, and I am so hooked on this game. It's crazy. But we're talking Link. My number 1 or 2, Andy, I might actually shock you here. Because you probably think this is my number 1, but it's my number 2. I'm going with my favorite sweet pie of all time. I am going with apple crumb.
Whoa!
Listen, apple filling with the crumblies and sugar topping just all over the top. Cooked, man. I'm going apple. And look, if you could make it a la mode, Edna mode. If you can make it Edna mode, I want it a la mode, man. With the ice cream, vanilla ice cream. There are not many things that are better than hot apples and cold vanilla ice cream. My goodness. My goodness. So, yeah, we're getting beeped in. Is that Chris?
Yeah, he's working on it.
Oh, yeah.
He's working on getting in.
Chris is jumping on in. So, how you feel about that? So, I love apple pie, by the way. This could be any apple pie. Any apple pie, but my version, my favorite, it could be a Cubic, it could be like whatever. My favorite version of apple pie is that one where it's apples and it's got all that nice sugary crumbles of the crust all over top.
Yeah, that is it is shocking because it's the sheer amount that you talk about it. You would think it'd be the one, but that does get me excited for
Number one is a given, and I think it should be number one on everybody's heart, but it's just.
Yeah, no, this is great. Apple is I think if you're drafting pies, this is the face of the franchise. This is just
I
Mr.
love how you went there, breadbasket. I love there. Yeah.
Well, this is the guy. He's selling the tickets, right? Like people are coming, people are buying the jersey, people are, he's kissing babies. He's got all the right answers at the press conference. He says everything you want to say. He doesn't lose the game. Let me just say that. He doesn't lose the game. I think you throw the crumb in there, it's like I think the apple pie is Joe Burrow, and I think that the apple crumb is like Joe Burrow when he did the frost tips. You know what I mean? Like he got a little edgy. He got a little edgy there. He's still Mr. America.
Speaking of Joe Burrow, I'm a little nervous if they get into the playoffs.
I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't be at all if I were you. I think you should be more nervous about freaking Josh Allen, world beater right now. He already beat you guys.
We might not get a chance to because we're going to play Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. I don't see how someone can run through. I don't know. I mean, things can happen. It's Kansas City in the playoffs. So
they didn't see how they could do it last year with a high ankle sprain, but here we are.
Yeah, well, I hope it happens. I hope Josh
Allen. Andy, I love the analysis of the apple pie.
Yeah, but it's America.
To me, it's the staple, right? It's the American pie. It's the American.
It is. There's nothing wrong with it, and there's everything right with it. It's like you can't say.
I'm guessing this is a Benjamin for you. Do you like?
Yeah, it's a Benjamin. It's a Benjamin because I knew you were going to pick it, and I wanted to throw some more things out.
I love apple pie, bro. I love apple Danish. I love apple flavoring. I don't like apples
this morning
much, and I don't really love apples, but I do like spiced apples.
How about these apples, though? Yeah. I brought my daughters to school this morning. We had a little extra time. We stopped at a donut shop, and we got the best thing you can get at a donut shop, in my opinion, is the apple fritter. So I went with the apple fritter this morning. I split one. The good thing about the apple fritter is it's the size of a coffee table, so you can split it with.
My father-in-law is a big apple fritter guy.
I love it.
What I don't like about the apple fritter is the amount of grease pockets that burst in your mouth. You gotta
get it from the right place, because this one is like every bite is that crispy bite that you want, because it's flat enough too.
See, I don't want all the crisp. I want the other side.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're getting off topic because we were talking about apples now.
And Kevin, how rude! How rude!
Nightbot's not defending you on the Kansas City hate. Yeah, it would be nice if they did, just for parity's sake. But who knows? It's Kansas City gets in the playoffs. You
gotta get the tree-peat, man. Tree-peat. Never seen it before in your lifetime, in my lifetime, in anybody's lifetime.
And hopefully we won't. The Saints could still win the NFC South, though, so I'm still picking them up. They have to win out. They have to win out. The Bucs have to lose out, and the Falcons have to lose out. So but it could happen. You pronounced that wrong. It's flavor, not grease.
I pronounced it wrong.
All right. So that's a great pick. Listen, no complaints on my end.
My goodness, how long is it taking to log in? Come on, Chris. What you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to stall there to get him in to where you can do one, but it's okay. We'll keep this train moving along, and I'm going to go with my link. You said link to the past. There was a very big nostalgia factor of this. And then there was a time where they went away and we weren't sure what was going to happen in the world. But they have come back full-fledged, full force. You can't go to a gas station in the South and get to the cash register and not pick up at least one of these bad boys. I'm going Hubig's pies. The Hubig's pie is
you going the whole line?
Now, listen, I'll tell you, here's the deal. And it's very similar to my previous pick, but I love the lemon. The Hubig's lemon pie is fantastic. The apple, fantastic. I said it before, I don't really like chocolate, but that Hubig's chocolate pie is bonkers. It's like chocolate pudding on the inside. It's so good. The coconut one is fantastic. I mean, the cherry one, I don't care. Like, you can give me any one of the Hubig's pies, and I'm a fan. These are staples.
They have a pecan one?
I don't think Hubig's has a pecan one, but I do. That would be good. That would be good. I know you don't like
pecan. Is a real Southern thing. You'd feel like they would do that.
Yeah, they also have the. They got a couple.
One of the staples about a pecan pie is that the pecan is kind of crispy. It'd probably be hard to make it crispy inside. Because Hubig pies are kind of a turnover.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is. So this is where we get into the kind of hand pie type of deal, like meat pies, different things like that. I'm trying to find, here we go. I'm looking up the list of Hubig's flavors. Peach. There's a peach, apple, chocolate, coconut, lemon, peach, pineapple.
Oh, my dad loved pineapple.
And sweet potato. There you go. If you
I don't know that I've ever had the sweet.
I don't think I've ever seen that in shells, but apparently Hubig's, you can buy a dozen mix and match, $60, shipping included, and that's what you get to choose between.
Wait, a dozen? Come again? A dozen is $60.
$60.
Wow,
that's a lot of dollars.
What are you doing? Goodness,
I've never paid more than $1 for a Hubig pie. I mean, those things, don't they have them labeled on it? 59 cents or something?
$60?
This is from Hubig.
5 guys at the airport. Oh my goodness.
Maybe it's because the shipping's included, and I don't know, but
and they're good. They're good. I don't know if they're $60 a dozen.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. But I will say this: at a gas station, you get right up there.
$5 a pop.
And they're only they're a handheld little thing. It's not like it's this massive pie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Man, I love this pick. Definitely. So I went more the flavor route, and I knew that this might come up. My go-to is the apple. I love apple.
It's a great pick.
My second favorite is probably the chocolate, and then the lemon. Those two kind of like right there. But he must be having trouble getting it.
Yeah.
I heard it. It won't let me in.
I don't know. Who knows? We're having technical difficulties there with our guests, but we're gonna, like I said, the show must go wrong. That's what they say, right? He's trying password recovery now. There you go. Worst case scenario, we'll get him to send us his picks, and we'll mention those picks to you guys.
So, yeah, good pick, man. I love Hubig's.
Now, let me ask you: do you warm up?
They were shut down for a little bit.
Yeah. Do you warm up your Hubig's pie, or you just eat it straight out of the paper? That's the question.
I was going to say that. If they're at my house, so well, let me just rewind. Out in Chalmette. What's up? What's up, Fat Boys? Welcome. It's a perfect one for you to be at, man. Fat Boys love pie. Fat Boys love pie. Hey, yeah, we're doing well. Smash that like. Thank you, man. Thank you. And thanks for continuing to support us, man. They're just, gosh, you're so awesome. Yeah, my dad used to pick these up from Rocco and Carly's. Rocky and Carlos.
Rocky and Carlos, yeah.
Yeah, Rocky and Carlos. And he used to bring them home all the time. When he brought them home, I would then kind of nuke them for a couple seconds. But if I get this joker at the gas station, it's open before I hit my seat.
Yeah, so I was going to say that I don't think I've ever had Hubig's pies in my house because they don't make it home.
That's what I'm saying. That
It's
thing is open before I even get to the seat of my car.
And you don't open the packet the whole way. You use it as like a little holder for it.
Wait,
because
thank you for bringing that up. I was going to bring this up to you. I was watching you open those Argentina bags.
Yeah.
You rip down the side?
No, not normally. These ones are designed differently to where that's how they're to be opened. They have it like a different. You ever got like those foreign snacks where you have to rip it that way?
Yeah.
It's not like no. Here at home, we're definitely doing that. Yeah, yeah. It's they're weird. They're weird. It's a different.
Everybody, go look at the Girl Dad. He put out a couple videos recently. Went live. Him and his daughters. They did some Argentina snacks. Go support Andy in their show. And also, hey, secretly, you don't know this, Andy, but Cannon is like we've got Hey. Cannon is like, Dad, they have like 2 more subs than me. I have to get ahead of Girl because I think you're at like 95 and he's at 94 or 96 and 93 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we're creeping up there in the.
Y'all are both about to hit 100. Y'all are both about to hit 100. So if anybody wants to go and help those guys out, Girl Dad.
We're 98. We're 98. 2 more subs. We're at 98.
Yeah, let's see if we can get to 100 tonight. Everybody, Retro Cannon. Girl Dad, go sub them. Let's see if we can get into 100 tonight.
100.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Yeah.
So yeah, I love it. Hubig's pie. All right. Well, gosh. All right, Chris. This is why I like to have people on before the show starts so we can help him. I don't know that we can help him. So he's trying password recovery. We'll figure it out. So my George, we're at Bob George.
We're there.
I'm at the number 1. And here's the thing. We're talking pie. I don't care. You can fight. But the best pie is a pizza pie.
Oh, you did it, didn't you? You did
100%. I mean, like, if I'm talking pie, I want pepperoni pizza. Listen. When this list came out and I started thinking savory, pizza went right up the list. It surpassed it all. It just right up to the top. Pizza is not a pie. Oh, yes, it is. 100%. 100%. Now, look, if you want to take it off, then you can move all mine up. And he already said my number 5, which was lemon meringue. So lemon meringue would have been at 4.
Pizza kicked out lemon meringue.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Pizza pie. Italian pie. Listen, it's in the name. This is a Star Wars thing, right? It's in the name. Pizza pie, the Italian pie. Listen,
okay.
You can pick whatever you want, but I'm just going basic pepperoni because listen, pepperoni's the staple, and then you add from there to me. So pizza pie, man, pizza. If pizza is the pie, wait. If pizza slice were a pie, mine would be number. Okay, yeah, it's a pie. Congratulations.
I'll say this. I did not put this on my list because of a couple. Now I'm torn on this pick.
Food inside a crust. It's got a crust.
Yeah, no, and so this is why I'm torn. Okay, so by definition, yes. Number 2, I looked it up because I was
in the comments.
Let me get some. Let me get some historical context. And when it was originally sold, it was billed as tomato pie. So I understand where we're coming from, but I will also say this: the people who say, "I got a pie," would you like a slice of pie? And use that for pizza are the same people that call coffee a cup of Joe. Like, don't be that guy. Do you know what I mean? You know exactly what I mean.
It's 100% a northern. In the South, we don't call it.
I'll take some pop, please. I'll take a pop.
Yeah. But speaking of, Keith is here. Keith's from Philly. Keith, you're from Philly. Do you call pizza a pie?
There's no
You
way.
probably
You
could
don't
go
call
more.
it a pie. You don't call it a pie. Don't be that guy. Hey, by the way, while he's here,
Dish pie
while
though.
he's here,
Absolutely.
just repping you guys.
Oh, look, so pumpkin, banana cream, lemon meringue. Lemon meringue was mentioned.
No, sir. He
No,
doesn't call it a pie. I'm torn. I accept your pick, and I get it. Because listen, you're going to use the Star Wars defense like I did. You can use it. Yeah, absolutely. Pie's in the name. When you use that name, never. Kirk Plaisance, tell me with full conviction that you could just tell me that you when you say, "Hey, tonight I want to order pizza," you never say, "Can we get a pizza pie?" You don't say that.
Think it's a pie.
You don't ever say it. You don't ever say it.
Turtles think it's a pie. No soup for you. Hey, so look, it was well planned for a reason. Look, because I love the discussion. But I'll just say this: my list number one was always going to be apple pie. But when I started introducing savory, I said, "Yeah, I'm going to go pizza." And it's good for the discussion because technically it is a pie. You don't have to consider it a pie, and I'm okay with that. And I still have a list built in. I still have a list in it. Let's order
some
some
Zaz. Let's order some Zaz.
So,
I'm okay with the pick. I am. I'm like Natalie Imbruglia. I'm torn, I'm torn. But hey, listen, no complaint on pizza itself. This actually harkens back to one of our earliest episodes was pizza topping or pizzas, right? But didn't we do that as a Rushmore very early on? And I picked some dessert pizzas. I remember that from Sicily's. Anybody remember Sicily's 90s, 2000s dessert pizzas? Those things were bonkers, man. The chocolate pizza, blueberry, the apple pizza. Dude, it's like apple pie on a pizza. It was a fantastic one. Yeah, thank you. I was hoping Sean would torn. I understand that reference. I guess I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. That's a great song, by the way. Either way. Fantastic pick with the pizza, I guess, if that's the route we're going. But I guess I'll move to my number one, to the George. You probably noticed it this whole time. I'm rocking Argentina the whole time that I'm here. This is our journey. This is our mission trip shirt.
Oh, you rolling meat pies?
On the back, we got the Argentine flag. The number one pie because I just eat so much of it.
Empanadas.
Per capita, empanadas, man. I'm going to go with the empanada as my George. But here's the thing. In Argentina, now we it's not just an Argentina thing, right? There's empanadas here. You can get a Taco Bell and get an apple empanada right now.
Which is the best.
Which is really good. Which is so good. No, he's so good. But you can get empanadas. It's it's a thing here for sure. But when we would go to Argentina, the traditional empanadas that we would get, you'd either get the ham and cheese jamón y queso empanada. You would get the carne. You'd get the beef. You can get a chicken pollo, or and sounds crazy. This sounds crazy. My favorite one that I ever had while I was there was called the Roquefort. And what that is, that's a blue cheese empanada. Listen, and I love blue cheese. Their blue cheese there is a little bit different than it is here. Still kind of funky, but I love funky cheese. And that is fantastic. But, man, those empanadas, not only like when you're here, like empanadas that I've had here have been okay. They've been good. But when you go there and you see them like hand making these empanadas for you, and they make them in such bulk numbers, it's so impressive. But the taste is just unmistakable. It's cool. Every empanada too is a different fold, and that's like the chocolates in the chocolate box. Like every fold means like this is the ham and cheese one is folded this kind of way, or this one's closed this way because it's beef, whatever. Some of them are baked. Some of them, depending on the region you go to, are deep fried. So those are always fantastic too.
That's one of the things I love about those Taco Bell empanadas. They are deep fried, baby.
Yeah. Empanada, new name for mincemeat. It's not mincemeat, Barry. Okay, but here, going back to you, Chicago style pizza is kind of pie-ish. I will give you that the deep dish of all pizzas feels more.
Speaking of deep dish,
Okay,
Pizza Hut deep dish is the George.
Yeah.
Of deep dish.
So let me ask the
from the franchises.
Caramel empanadas. There you go. Let me ask the crowd. Going back to your pizza pick, but empanadas is my number one. To your pizza pick, why is a pizza not a pie? Why would they? No, I'm not saying for you. I'm just saying those that are in the comments right now. Those are in the chat. Oh. Why is a pizza not a pie? Because I thought about something as you were saying this, and maybe this is a Benjamin. I don't want to give this away later. But if the case is that it doesn't have a top, well, they don't have to have a top. Pies, by definition, don't have to. They just have to have a bottom pastry crust, which, yes, a pizza does. Would a quesadilla not be a pie? Would I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? If we're applying that rule to things, would a
quesadilla possibly could be a pie?
That's what I'm thinking. Because I mean, what distinguishes that from a pizza? It's got cheese. I mean, it doesn't have tomato sauce, so you put tomato sauce inside of it. It's a pizza.
But see, the cooked fruit there, real life, is tomato.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, similar to an empanada.
Well, it's a ham pie, so that's different. But yeah,
right. I mean, yeah.
Anyway, it's just interesting. It's interesting.
So here's the thing: I've never had an Argentine meat pie, but I do have meat pie. My wife, she's been buying these. They're in the freezer. These box of meat pies. She loves these things, and they come individually wrapped, almost like a Hubig pie, inside the box. So I've had those. They're good. And then the ones at like the gas station that has like a Mexican
the ones in Crot Springs, those meat pies at Billy's Boudin.
But wait, Kevin mentioned one earlier.
Yeah,
the one at Crot Springs.
Yeah.
You need a PB&J pie. But whoa, they're all right. So I don't know that. I don't know that Chris is going to be able to get on StreamYard for whatever reason. Dislikes Apple. I know that.
Yeah. I have to use Chrome,
and I think that's probably what's the issue. He needs to go through Chrome, and by the time he gets on, we're going to be leading out of here. So, so that there's our top 4 and nothing more. But yeah, we do have something more. So let's talk about Benjamin's and Uncrustables.
Okay, so there it is. Is that the PB&J pie? I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying, but
be a pie?
No, stop it. A hot dog's not even the same. We're not even over that debate yet. I know.
Bottom.
Listen, there are rules that you have to play by unless you want chaos. And if you want chaos,
so is it because it's bread? I mean, what's the difference between an Uncrustable and just a regular PB&J? That it's pinched and not because it's still bread.
Well, so to the point of it, I'm going to get to a point here. The whole hot dog not being a sandwich thing, which I'm on that team.
I don't agree with you completely on that. I'm on the fence still.
If someone were to say, I think that expectations play a part in this. I think that if someone were to say, "Hey, man, I'm making sandwiches. Would you like one?" Yeah, sure, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. And then they bring me a hot dog. I'll say, "Oh, I didn't know you were making hot dogs." Well, I just told you I was making a sandwich. No. You said you were making a sandwich. You didn't say you make. I'm not going to turn it down. I love a hot dog, right? But I go to a sandwich shop. How many sandwich shops do you go to that have a hot dog? Not every one of them. Not many of them. That they're not known for those things. I think that there are those delineations that we have to make.
That's your high, like a pizza pie. That's amore.
Yeah. When did that song come
Yeah.
out? That's the last time that we said pizza pie in normal conversation.
Yeah. So
1915. When is that song from?
a deep fried Uncrustable though will change your life.
Yeah, it'll change your cholesterol count too, I'm sure.
Well, there's lots of things that change my cholesterol count. Yeah, there's lots of things that change.
That does sound fantastic, though.
Little Dean Martin, huh? All right. So, hey, let's do these. But to the point, is bread the problem? Is it not pinched? I mean, what's the difference? Because we pinched it and made it a pie.
Is bread I mean, I get. Is it a pastry?
Bread a pastry?
I don't know. I need smarter people than me.
I don't disagree that if somebody brought me a sandwich and it was a hot dog, that I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
If somebody said, "I'm going to cut you a
I
slice
also
of
don't
pie,"
think I would. But also on that same vein, if I said, "Bring me a Coke," and somebody brought me a Sprite, I wouldn't be upset because of where I'm from.
I don't call everything Coke here. I call things
do.
Coke or Sprite.
I mean, my family absolutely calls it a Coke.
No, I've never done.
No, now look, what I've never done is this. Some people do this and it's weird. Like you pull up to Burger King or McDonald's, or fast food. I don't know why Burger King was the first one that came up. And then you pull up and you're like, "Hey, can I get a Coke?"
Here it is. Here it is. Paul bringing us back.
Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So pulling up to, say, the fast food place, and they're like, "Yeah, can I get a number 3 with a Coke?" And they go, "What flavor?" No, that doesn't happen. They're going to give me
a cola.
They're going to but they're going to give me a Coke.
Yeah.
But if I am in the car with you, Andy, and we're driving down the road, I say, "Hey, let's stop and get a Coke." I'm probably not buying Coke. Like, let's stop and get a Coke. I don't say stop and get a drink all the time, or definitely don't say cola, and I definitely don't say pop.
Definitely not cola or pop. Yeah.
Maybe call it a soda. Maybe. But almost every time it's, "Hey, let's stop and get a Coke." And you can get whatever you want. That's where I find it where it fits. It doesn't fit where I go, "Hey, I need a Coke." Well, what flavor? Root beer. Now, that doesn't work.
No, not for sure not.
All right. Back to the lecture at hand. So
hey, we got Cellcast in here.
Cellcast, did he rate us? Did he rate us? Oh, hey, Cellcast, Nightbot's going to get you with all those cats.
All soft drinks are Coke unless it's a Pepsi, then it's sewer water. I'm there with you. I'm there with you.
Here's the thing. I don't dislike Pepsi. I don't dislike Pepsi, but I don't ever buy it. If I go to a party and that's all they got, I definitely can drink Pepsi.
Yeah.
I'm upset, but I'll drink it. Now, what I don't like is Diet Pepsi. Ugh. Yeah.
Deep philosophical thoughts tonight.
Hey,
yeah. You didn't know you were getting that.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
So here we go. Here we are. So look, I'm first. I'm first in this little shindig. Hopefully Chris will show up. I don't know if he's ever going to get in. I tried Chrome, Safari, and Brave. Can't get in. Mother of goodness. Well, all right. Sorry, Chris. So, hey, let me just do this. Hold on. Just log in to the chat. All right. So, anyways, first one off the list that has not been called. So, if you haven't been around for all of you guys have been around. I think everybody here has been around. So it's our Benjamin time. This is our honorable mention time. This little draft picking what's left, and man, there's a lot left. And I'm coming in hot, and I'm so glad it's still here because it is hot, and it's one of my favorite things to eat. I'm going shepherd's pie.
Dang it, that was my 5. Good job. Yeah, you got to go shepherd's pie. You got to go
shepherd's pie. Now look, I had an in-depth conversation about shepherd's pie with Brown, my fellow STEM teacher, And his parents used to own a Scottish pub. And at the Scottish pub, they made shepherd's pie. And maybe I've just never had it this way. Maybe I have. Let me ask you a question. Andy, what do you make shepherd's pie? Does Courtney make it?
Yeah.
What do you put in it?
What, mincemeat?
What? Yeah.
Uh,
What goes in your shepherd's pie?
Ground meat, the mashed potatoes on the top, but you got your carrots, you got your peas, whatever kind of seasonings and
here's the thing.
and things you're putting.
I'm going to just throw this out there. I have never had carrots and peas in my shepherd's pie.
What?
And I don't.
You never had carrots? You had meat with potatoes.
And I don't want it. I don't want it.
What have you had in it? You haven't had shepherd's pie then.
Yeah.
And Paul says it too. Meat, cheese, potatoes. That's not shepherd's pie.
Multiple different things of cheese, mashed potatoes, ground beef or ground whatever in a gravy, like tons of like beef broth, seasonings, whatever. And yeah, that's it. That's it. That's how school made it. That's how I've always made it. That's how my wife's always made it. Yeah, meat, cheese, and potatoes. Perfect.
You got to have the frozen mixed veggies.
And I don't want it. Look, when my wife makes like roast and it's great and it has all the vegetables, I never eat the vegetables. I don't want carrots. I don't like carrots. Carrots are okay. But it's not something that I'm like, gosh, I wish this had carrots in it. That's I don't like it. This no. Peas okay. I like peas. Shepherd's pie doesn't have a crust. Now look, you're right. So it's in the name one, and I was like, well, how does this even fit? So I went and looked it up, and the reason that it's called shepherd's pie is because it's supposed to be like an upside down pie, and the crust technically is the potato in the cheese.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like an upside down pie.
Okay.
I looked it up, but yeah, I can't do onions, but fine with so we put chopped onions in there, but they get cooked down, so you don't really eat them. I mean, it's not like crunchy; they get cooked down, but there are chopped onions.
Yeah.
It's
a good pick. It's a good pick. I love it.
Next.
All right, I get back to barracks now. Okay, I'm going to go with. I guess would have been my number 6 here. Coconut cream pie. Now I'm a coconut fan, and Kirk, I don't believe you're a coconut guy, but I do love coconut cream pie. It is fantastic. It's another one of those kind of refreshing pies right after that. And then I'm going to continue it in the South, and I'm going to go with another one you don't like, but man, the fact that it made it here is kind of a shame. Go to the pecan pie.
You could have held on to both of those for your last 2 picks.
Yeah, I know I could have. I can hold on to all four of my Benjamins. I can hold on to. I mean, I have no fear.
So here's the thing: coconut pie, not bad. Pecan pie, it's a great pie. Listen. You're talking about apple pie being the guy. Pecan pie is the goat to me.
Well, I think pecan pie is, now to give you the tie-in. I think apple pie.
Especially in the South, pecan pie is.
Yeah, and this is what I'm going to say. I think apple pie is Tom Brady, and I think that pecan pie is Drew Brees. In the South, he's the GOAT. He's the guy. But nationally, people are going to go to Tom Brady.
So here's my thing. I eat pecan pie, and I eat it. I love it. It's fantastic. My first bite, probably naturally the way it's supposed to be. The rest of it, I take all those nuts and throw them off, and I just eat the middle and
the sugar jello.
The sugar jello, whatever that sugar gelatin is, I want that pie.
Yeah, it's like Caro syrup, and
I'm not a big like tree nut fan. I don't like a lot of nuts, and that I was trying to avoid saying.
No nuts for Kirk. I
don't like a lot of nuts. I don't. Peanut butter, I like ground up. Yes, we're gonna stop there because this is gonna become short.
This is gonna be the short for this week.
I'm not a nut fan. Not
a nut fan. Okay, so that's
But
good to know.
I like so when I get peanut butter, it's always cream. Like I just don't like it. I made it. There he is. So Chris is in the house. Chris is in the house. Now, Chris couldn't log in for whatever reason. Bricktop is Chris. So Chris, you got to catch up. What is your top 4? Your top 4 pies that you had on your list? Because we're already to the Benjis. I don't like nuts in my pie either.
He probably meant that with no.
I think he meant whatever.
We are 12-year-old.
I'll send you one, Sean, the next time I'm in Amish.
Yeah, so you put an Amish one on there. So obviously it's not baked in an electric oven. It must be cooked in
the nuts are protein. There are other things that are protein too. I don't want there. So yeah.
I meant it both ways.
We're leaving the family friendly. We're getting to the night cast here at 11 o'clock.
It's 9:51. This is Rushmore after hours when we get wild.
So Bricktop, what's your top 4? What's your number 4? Put it in the chat. Put it in your chat. What's your number 4 pie?
And then we'll debate it. We'll talk about it. We'll debate it.
So is it my draft pick? I get 2, huh?
Yeah, you get 2.
All right. So my draft pick, we're gonna get 2. And then I'm going to go with, all right, so I'm in there. We see you in there. Rushmore After Dark. Yes, sir.
There you go. He put his out there.
Chicken pot pie. Hey, wait, hold on. Let's do it because we didn't have
any. We haven't heard it all night. There we go.
Yeah. So I had chicken pot pie as my number 3, Chris. I love that. I love that pick. All right. Yeah, and for all the same reasons. Yeah, chicken pot pie is fantastic. I'm still thinking about that gravy crust. So, what's your number 3 there, Bricktop? So here's my number. Okay, so my last one, I'm gonna get y'all. I'm gonna get y'all good. But all right, so I'm gonna go with it. Keith, I'm opening it up for you. Can't believe it didn't make any of our top 4. There's only so much room. But yeah. A good old slice of pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin spice. I want pumpkin by itself with sugar. I don't want spice. I don't like spice. Like it tastes like cloves. I don't want to eat cloves. It's garbage. And then I'll go with another classic. Another fantastic classic. I'm going with the good old fashioned lattice pie, cherry. Cherry.
Right there. Like my tagline says, whatever Warrant said.
Cherry pie. Yeah, cherry pie.
Yeah.
You know what? When I was 8 years old singing that song, I didn't realize what that song is singing about. But go ahead.
Well, you already said you didn't like nuts in your pie, so you picked cherry pie. So there you go.
Oh my God! See, okay. So Andy, I hope you weren't picking that one in your Benjamins. Key lime pie. How you feeling?
No, I wasn't taking key lime. I was not taking key lime. I like lemon meringue. Key lime's a little too much on the tart side.
Listen, I don't know that I've ever had a good one. Okay, because what I've had, if you like it, I don't understand your taste buds. I don't get it. It is so. It's like Mountain Dew pie.
I've seen that online.
It is so over the top tart. Like I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is my saying. I don't think anything is too sweet. This Joker is too tart for me. I'm like, what? It's not even sour. It's just like, what is that?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Who put all the vinegar in my pie?
It's very much like lemon meringue pie.
But too much.
But it's lime and it's super tart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I've heard is you got to have it like almost frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother-in-law is from Miami, and that's her favorite pie. I guess in Miami they make key lime pie a lot.
Hmm.
So Sourhead's face. Yeah. So what's your number two? Number two.
Yeah. So my next two, this is a southern one. It's kind of like pretty simple. Because I was looking up what all made it, but my mom used to make this quite often.
Don't do it.
At things. I'm going with chess pie.
Oh,
chess pie.
Thought I had this. And I don't know that I've had this.
Dude, chess pie. It's like custard. It's very simple.
Is it just custard pie?
Pretty much it's just custard, but it's super sweet. It's they're so good.
So if it's what I think it is, I love this.
Yeah. So this is let me show you the picture or a picture of one.
Like a creme brulee, like a custard.
Yeah, it's like custard. So my mom would make it and she put powdered sugar on the top, so it looked along the lines of this.
Oh God, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. Tastes like is sugar custard. There you go. He says so good, tastes like a cavity. It's so sweet. It's so good. It is. Get you chess pie. Now, yeah, so I would think that it's probably not up there in Philly. Chess pie is a southern kind of thing, but if you could get it, if you can find somebody to make it, or just make the rest, use the recipe.
Is that the recipe for the key lime or the chess? Either way.
Yeah,
I would love this. I love custard.
Yeah, it's just like it's a pie there is
a distinct taste of cooked like cream.
Yeah,
like a cooked cream that I love.
It's like pudding pie.
It's tapioca pudding. You don't necessarily have the beads in it, but the flavor is in.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go with my last one. This is probably my most off the wall pick. It's crazy. I don't know how many people have actually had this, but there was one specific. I've only had this one time in my life. It's my last one, but it's that good. It's left that much of an impression on my life. We had a crawfish boil. We had a campus in Bellchase on the West Bank, Louisiana. So we had a staff, like a whole church crawfish boil over there in Bellchase. And there was this one lady over there who her job was she brought pie. But she brought this pie that I've never had since, never had it before, but it was the absolute perfect after a crawfish boil, hot sun pie, and it's mango pie. It
sounds refreshing.
It's like custard pie, but it's mango. It was life changing, and I haven't had it since. But I looked it up. And apparently it's a thing. Like people have this. It's not just this one thing she made. It's an actual thing that happens out there. So I'm gonna go mango pie for my last.
So Chris, drop your number 2 in there. Your lead, and we need your 1.
There's so many great sound bites tonight. I don't like nuts on my pie. Drop your number 2. Can you go ahead and drop? Drop that number 2. There you go. There you go. I don't know if that's to the mango pick or the dropping a number 2, but
that was so unintentional. All right, so my last pick, which I haven't had this pick in a long time, right? I haven't had this in a long time because I usually am not the last drafter. So I get Mr. Irrelevant, right? So
this hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, it hasn't happened in a long time, which stinks because if Chris would be here, there'd be at least 4 more pies.
Cherokee girl in the house. What's up?
Hey, Cherokee girl. I was watching some of your shorts yesterday. I saw the one with you were wearing a new blue dress somebody gave you. You had a mask on, and then you had another video right next to it. I think you were with maybe your dog. I think it was with your dog. You were talking with your dog. Anyways, I was checking your channel out, man. Glad you're here. Yeah, absolutely glad you're here. Apple pie, but not if it's not homemade. Okay, so homemade apple pie. So okay, Chris. So I had apple pie on mine. So that is that's technically another Rushmore right there. Now, how do you like the apple pie? You said homemade, but like, do you like apple caramel? Do you like it with the lattice across the top? Do you like it apple crumb? I chose apple crumb. I love that apple crumb with those little bits of like sugary goodness on the top. How would you choose that for yours? Also, Andy chose cubic pie, and apple is my favorite flavor of that. You all like pecan pie, substitute black walnuts, and you have Cherokee pie. She's my Cherokee pie. Now, I don't know. I don't like nuts. We're back to this. The pecan pie is fantastic. First bite, pecan, that gelatin goodness, and then all the rest, I'm just eating the middle out. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of nuts. What I do like pistachios. Did they make a pistachio pie? I know they have ice cream.
Now pistachio ice cream. Don't sleep on it.
Don't sleep on it.
That's a good one.
Don't sleep on it. So, all right, Bricktop, Chris, what's your number one? Your George. Now, okay, so Andy, I got 3 left, and I was hoping with the Benjamins that they would all get out here because we would have Chris. So I'm kind of in a pickle. Pistachio fudge. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I like it. One of these is definitely not going to be in the pie for what we're talking conversation. So I want to name that one just so we can argue. But
we've already argued about pizza.
Pie. No, this is even worse. This is way worse.
There's no way. Don't. How can it be?
There's one way worse than pizza and shepherd's pie. So we've already argued. There's one way worse.
Whoopie pie?
I'm not going to name it, but I will name it after. What?
Whoopie pie?
No. No pineapple on pizza. I love pineapple on pizza. It's not something I always get, but no, I prefer pastries over pie.
I love pineapple on pizza. It's fantastic.
Chocolate chip cookie pie. That's great. So look, I'm gonna go with this one, and then we'll come back. So I'll give you the crawfish pie, which was what Kevin mentioned, was one of them, and I really want to name it.
Good pick.
I really want to name it, but you already named empanada, right? So it's kind of in the empanada world. Then I have this one that's really whatever. I'm gonna go with Mississippi mud pie. And gosh, Mississippi mud pie, which is basically just like
great pick.
Oreo pudding.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the chocolate pie. I was gonna avoid it. Mississippi mud pie is freaking awesome. And that's our pecan. There he is. Pecan pie is his number one. I missed it. So, Chris, what I had mentioned is I don't necessarily like nuts, but I like the middle. I love that gelatin stuff in the middle. It's great. I just don't like a lot of nuts. You know what I'm saying? So, and I love how you put it. You pronounced it correctly phonetically in here, right? Pecan, right?
No, it's
wrong. So it's actually
it's P-U-H.
It should be P-U-H. So you can't have pecan. There's no way you say pecan. Pecan?
All right, hey, Sean, great having you on, man. Merry Christmas to you.
So look, Sean, before you leave, if you're still there, here it is. Here's the debate. I almost put my favorite pie that you can get from the ballpark.
Oh, you did it. No.
Frito pie, baby.
It's not a pie and the slightest imagination.
It's in the name.
I don't even care. I don't even care. It's a liar. Frito lie is what it is. What makes Frito pie a pie? Please enlighten me.
I don't even know. I don't know. That's why I was going to name it just to get the conversation going.
You know, and it crossed my mind before. I was like, what are some pies that aren't really pie? Frito pie's never been pie. It's like what?
Why is it even called pie?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Why is Frito pie called a pie? All right, let's see what Google tells us. I love Frito pie.
I love it, dude. right out of the half the bag. You cut it half like.
Okay, so this is like just right off the top. Frito pie is called pie because it is often served in a single serving bag of Fritos, which resembles a pie crust. I've never looked at a bag of chips and said, "Wait, hold on, let me double check. Is that a pie crust?"
Yes.
However, Frito pie is actually a pile of Fritos with chili and other toppings. Yeah, it's a casserole, if anything.
Yeah, it's a casserole. It's definitely a casserole. So, yeah, I
Better
love
than
Frito
Frito
pie.
casserole, though, I guess.
I love a Frito pie. Chili cheese, it's especially good if you use chili cheese Fritos with chili cheese. Yes, I'm here for that. Anyways, Chris, yeah. So pizza was my number one. I put it up there. I did it. So, Chris, do you have 4? I'll have a Funyun pie, please. Oh, that probably is good, to be honest.
Funyuns get slept on a lot.
So, Chris, before we head out, throw us some Benjamins. Throw us some honorable mentions you got there. And then we'll head out. While he's putting that down, let us just remind you what we got going on. Next week, our buddy Paul is going to be on the show. And, oh, by the way, Chris, how did she do powerlifting? I was letting everybody know that you were watching your daughter do powerlifting. So, how she did. Also, next week we have Paul. This is gonna be a hard one for me, Andy, and it's probably gonna be a hard one for you too.
It's gonna be really difficult to think of 8 king cakes.
Yeah, 8 different king cakes. Because I have my go-to king cakes.
Can
most of the people out here, you guys aren't gonna know king cakes, but just come so you can be enlightened on autograph. And our buddy Paul, he shares. Oh, Alan, we waited just enough time to have you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for stopping by our shorts. Hey guys, we got a bunch of shorts. Go check those out for us. So next week we'll do king cakes, and we'll enlighten you guys all about king cake.
What if we change it? I know this is. What if we change it to cakes? And he can mention all king cakes still.
Oh yeah, I'll mention.
We did pie this week. Do cake next week.
Yep, we can do cake. Ooh, I got a lot of good cake.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking right now.
Engine starting. The green light flashes.
That's good.
Benched 105, squat 145, deadlift 180. Sophomore, right? Sophomore or freshman? She's a freshman? Freshie? I think she's a freshman. Maybe. She played ball with Carson. Carson's a sophomore, so I'm assuming she's a freshman. Sophomore. 8.
Freshman.
Freshman. So, Chris, just throwing this out there. Carson is not on the powerlifting team. We don't have powerlifting, unfortunately, and I wish she did because she probably would be able to do it. But in the locker room, they have what's called the 600 Club, and they have what's called the 1,000 Club. Now, the 1,000 Club apparently is for boys, and the 600 is for girls. And those 3 right there. So what? She's got 250, 350 plus 80. She's at 430. Carson is in the 600 Club. Yeah, she hit the 600 Club, and I don't know which I think it's 4 exercises actually, and I don't know which 4 are the 4 exercises. I believe it's those 3 and one more, maybe clean and jerk. I don't know. But she's in the 600 Club, and yeah, and she's trying. She says she wants to be the first girl on the 1,000. And I'm like, oh, good luck. But yeah. Anyways, so Chris? Do you have 4 Benjamins, 4 honorable mentions? While you're throwing that down, video games is coming up. King cakes next week. Christmas break, dude. Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm off now. I'm off for the next 2 weeks. I really plan on doing at least a Christmas devotional, right? And Andy, I'm at least going to do 1, maybe 2, if you want to jump on 1. I mean,
yeah,
if you want to do 1. But I feel like I'm going to do 1 or 2 of the Christmas devos. Go check those out. See how it works, and then I think I might do actually we're going to do some pack ripping with Cannon probably tomorrow. So, pizza pie, cubic chocolate, pumpkin, and shepherd. Yep, we mentioned all those. Those are all been on that list, so that's awesome. Chris, I don't know why you couldn't get on. Well, actually, I do know why. We've had one other person have some problems before, and it had something to do with just StreamYard not being compatible, unfortunately. That's why we usually get people on a little early and then see if we can't work out the kinks. Maybe the next time we have you on, because we're definitely going to have you on again. We'll see if we can't help you work out the kinks. So probably tomorrow, if you guys come and check it out, Cannon's going to open these packs of cards: Dark Dominion, Star Trek, Bill and Ted, some science fiction, dinosaurs. Y'all remember dinosaurs?
Not the mama. Not the mama.
Shadowhawk from Image. Look at this classic. Yeah. Nintendo card. Plasm. Rocketeer.
Nice.
Backpack. Book. Roger Rabbit. Gremlins 2, baby. Which is the Gremlins 1 is a Christmas movie.
Yep. Gremlins is a Christmas movie, sure.
Robin Hood, Prince of
Die Hard,
Thieves.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Dude, did you see the and I know you're trolling. Yeah, I know you're trolling. But
Somebody's got to be on that team. Somebody has to be on that team, so I'm staying.
But you're really not. You're just trying to be a troll.
It was released in June.
I get it.
Take Christmas out of the movie. It has no real ramifications on the movie.
The argument that it's more of a Christmas movie than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
No, but that's funny.
It is funny because it's apparently these scientists measured it on a certain amount of things, like how many Christmas things are actually in the movie, how many times you hear a Christmas song, how many times all these. It's like this big thing, and it has a higher meter than Rudolph. So, and I was going to send it to you because I knew, what is this? Dude, these are like some cool football cards. They're called Gridiron Fantasy Football Cards.
Nice.
I can't wait to open these.
Andy, tread carefully, Kevin says. Listen, yeah. I'm dying on the hill that Die Hard is not. Die Hard's a fantastic movie.
I can't wait to open these two. Nolan Ryan cards. And then one last packet fell on the ground.
Hey, if Die Hard was so season 1 Stranger Things. I think
it is.
I think that Batman Returns is much more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard.
I agree. It is too. It is too.
Yeah, it is.
Now, how do you feel about Krampus and stuff like that?
I mean,
it's a Christmas movie, but how do you feel about watching it?
So here's the thing. I'm not a huge.
I'm not a horror fan.
Yeah,
I definitely don't want horror involved with my Christmas movies.
Yeah, but do you like action with your Christmas? Like, do you like?
Sometimes when I watch Die Hard.
I was thinking like Red 1. Have you seen Red 1? I haven't seen it.
I hear it's good. Well, I heard it got bad reviews, but the people that I care that went and saw it, those guys told me it was good. Online, they're saying it's not.
Kevin, you asked Alexa. Alexa is a tool of the government that's forced to feed us lies, like pizza is being a pie. So there you go.
Hey, Kevin, ask Alexa, is pizza a pie? Also, a Christmas movie. Thank you, Patrick. Trading Places.
Trading Places. There you go.
Yeah. All that happens at the Christmas party. Absolutely. Yeah, it's Christmas party. Yeah. Anyways, let's get out of here. We drug this on to 2 hours. Chris, you're here, man. We love you, man. We will get you back on. Figure that out. Thank you guys for all the support. We love you guys. I will be in town in January for January, February, not only just for the conventions, but I'll be on Celine's float. Come out to Mardi Gras, man, and I'll throw you something. Throw me something, mister.
Well, there's not many nuts on that parade, so you should be.
No. Dude, you're trying to nail out these shorts. Yeah, fun stuff, guys. Hey, you got that right, Keith. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Yeah,
New
for
Year.
sure.
Hey, and Keith, totally always keep me in mind for those teams that I sent you. But there are some specific players. You got some character ones. I'm interested in some of those too. I'm always checking your stuff out. Yeah, I got that New Orleans one coming too. Yeah. I'm always checking your stuff out. We love your channel. We love you and Andy, and fun stuff. Here's the one thing before I head out. The only reason I don't get to see them more often, they're on Wednesday.
I know. I never really get to.
Wednesday night is like youth night. It's so busy. And so sometimes I'm watching them in like the line to pick up Carson or something. I don't know. There's so much going on Wednesday. And I've kind of pulled back a little bit on watching other people's YouTube just because I was spending my whole life watching other friends. But I love you guys. Go follow them if you're in the chat still. Vintage Sport Flips. Go follow them. Great guys.
Absolutely.
Look, tonight. I haven't looked at it yet. Girl Dad, Retro Cannon. Let's get them to 100. We're like within like 5. Both of them are within like 5.
I need 2. Girl Dad needs 2 subs. 2 subs to get to 100.
You got 98? Let's
Yeah.
see where Cannon's at. Go get them. Go hit them things up.
Go to the Girl Dad.
100. Let's get them to 100. Let's see. Retro Cannon is at he's at 94. He needs 6. You need 2. Go get him to 100. Retro Cannon, and I'm gonna type it in here.
The Girl Dad.
Yeah, at Retro. Yeah, YouTube at Retro Cannon, and your Girl Dad Rad.
Girl Dad Rad. Because Girl Dad was already a thing. It's kind of a thing. But if you go find Girl Dad Rad, we're at 98 subs right now. We could use 2 more to get to a hundo. I think many people are in here already on that. But anyway,
go take care of your wife, man.
Yeah, I need to go do that.
Oh, Chris, emulation, right here. We play on the we play on the Raspberry Pi.
You could have put that out there.
Yeah, we do. He's got 28,000 games on a Raspberry Pi, Chris. So it's called a Retro Pi that I got, and we're having fun with it. But yeah, go check them out. Well, let's tell everybody good night.
Yep. Hey, let's say good night like we always do. Thanks you guys for coming out. This is the Rushmore Show, where it's all about your top 4
and nothing more.
Hold on, I got a bees on